fuck, dude? Just got on the T-Star. They're shooting this. What the fuck? What the fuck? So many fucking cops for this one guy. What the fuck did he do? What the fuck? Dude, the kids are there. Dude, he didn't do fucking shit. What did he do? He's literally standing there. Dude, the kid is fucking standing there and you shot him. The kid is standing there and you shot him. What did he do? Dude, what the fuck? Look at all of this. Look at this. What the fuck? For this one fucking guy. For this one kid. What the fuck did he do? I'm fucking done, dude. The fuck did he do?
The race game's been going on since we've been here. It's been going on. It calmed down because in 1963 when they killed a young black man, we put a stop to it because they had to send the state troopers in, okay? Now that it's across the country, every state feels they can do it and get away with it. And it is not right. And for him to sit there and go back to what he did, it had nothing to do with what they did. For you to take 5 or 6 cops to rivet a young man's body the way his body was riveted with gunshots, it's ridiculous. And now they have it where whoever Lieutenant told me, whoever fired the first shot goes on administrative leave. Now, whoever shoots, they don't know who fired the first shot. So they may go on administrative leave and they may not. See, so they're covering their behind. You know, Mario was ill. They're trained to know that. I work with the mentally ill. I've seen them come in and take them to the hospital. There was a determination to kill him. There was an execution already set up. That's why I said, well, you know what it said? It said, we don't care about you. You know, you're nothing. We're going to do a genocide on you. You know, like I tell all my young black men, we didn't bring drugs in here. Hoover brought drugs in here. So you need to check yourself and get off of them and do what you need to do. And I tell the young, all of them, get off those drugs. They're just destroying you. So this is why San Francisco need a reconstruction of the police department. And we don't need no elect to go in there and say who we come. Let the people decide.
And I want y'all to correct me if I'm wrong. This is a statement, not a question. The last time I checked, it doesn't take police training to have morals. Exactly. It doesn't take police training to know what's wrong or right. Mario didn't deserve 1 bullet, let alone 20 of them. And I want y'all to correct me if I'm wrong. Last night on the news, you said that he was walking towards your officer. But from the video I saw, that's wrong. You know it. People can see. Let me tell you something. If we're going to hold them accountable, let's hold everybody accountable, including our news outlets who labeled Mario as an alleged gang member. Only to dehumanize him so society wouldn't have any compassion for him or his family. Let's hold all of them accountable. Look at these cameras. All of them. I am a citizen who wakes up every day and go to work. I help pay for your salary. May I add, he is the highest paid police chief in
Cassandra Reed. I tried to ask him a question. How many of your officers got away with murder since you've been in office? But of course, we didn't get an answer. So, and I just, yeah, exactly. But I was just wondering because it's like cops nowadays are nothing but modern KKKs. They traded in their sheets for badges. That's who the cops are because it's like they. Well, yeah, but they constantly get, and I also wanted to ask them, it's like me or you or anybody, if we constantly keep on doing something over and over again, and we see that we're not getting in trouble for it, what are we going to do? We're going to keep on doing it. So that's why they keep on killing all these black men because they keep getting away with it. So that's like if they start getting charged for murder and doing time for murder, all the other officers, they're going to think about they pull that trigger because it's like, oh no, too many officers are being charged and they're being sent to prison behind murder. So it'll stop. But they have to be charged. You know what? That's ridiculous because a 5 or 6 year old can see he like this and me, and it's like I took criminal justice class. That man didn't raise no knife. He didn't raise no gun. He wasn't pointing no gun at no officers. They had no right to even shoot that man. It's almost something like a hostage situation. When they have a hostage situation going on, they wait, they talk, they try to work with the person. They couldn't even do this with this mentally ill man, and they did that because they was ready to kill him like they ready to kill everybody else. That's why they did that, but these cops need to be charged with murder, and they ass need to be in jail because they won't kill no more.
My name is Clarence Thomas. I'm a member of the International Longshore and Warehouse Union, Local 10. I'm a longshoreman. I'm sure many of you in the audience have friends, relatives, fathers, and uncles and mothers who are longshoremen. The San Francisco Police Department is very well acquainted with the ILWU because we had a general strike in 1934 and 2 of our members were killed by San Francisco Police Department. Every July 5th, we shut down all the ports on the West Coast to commemorate those deaths. The ILWU Local 10 stands in solidarity with you. Yeah. When Uncle Bobby got up and talked about justice for Oscar Grant, that came about because ILWU Local 10 members shut down 5 Bay Area ports, calling for jail for killing cops and justice for Oscar Grant. This past May Day, 2015, after Walter Scott was shot in the back, we shut down 5 Bay Area ports, and we're going to do it again on May Day for a national day of mourning for all of the black and brown people who have been murdered. When we had our last shutdown on May 1st, the police were very indignant because they took exception to us referring to the killings of innocent black people as the police reign of terror. Do you think that Mario Wood's mother and family feel any different than the people who were killed in San Bernardino? Right. I'm gonna wrap it up. We'll wrap it up. We're calling for a national day of mourning on May 1st. 2016, we want all longshoremen all across the country to shut down because we're going to be shutting down. And remember this, ever since we've been on these shores in 1619, we know what terrorism is. It was first initiated by the slave catchers, which evolved into the police department. Vigilantes, Ku Klux Klan members. And the only way this is going to start is like Uncle Bobby says, we got to organize in our own name. All power to the people. Thank you.
The purpose of the police department is to protect and serve the rich and powerful and not us. So we shouldn't even be here having a conversation with these people. They have to be gone. You've already shown that you have the power right now to get rid of this chief and probably commissioner and whatever else is up there.
That's right.
But I'm speaking to our people and people who are conscious and caring about their humanity. This brother Mario Woods obviously did not deserve to die. We don't even need to keep going through that. We've seen it. We know it was an execution by firing squad, arbitrarily killed on the streets of San Francisco. We are being driven out of these places because of money. We are being dissipated and distributed in prisons and graves all over this country. I'm in West Oakland. West Oakland used to be 70% black back in the day. It's now down to 20-some%. That's how you East San Francisco is what it's now called, because it's time to do that. The real issue is, can we get ourselves together? And that is the point. I don't know about the Fillmore versus something, because we don't own a damn thing in San Francisco, so you don't represent anything in the city of San Francisco. They represent everything, and they have the guns. I drove over here and I saw, you talk about the 4 square blocks, since I got off the freeway, I've seen police all over the place. They have an army here, okay? And it's an army, and we are at war. Now, once we recognize that, then we'll stop whining and begging them to understand us, because I'm not begging for love or understanding from the pig. This is the pig. And that's what you've got to understand. We have to talk about the control of our communities and holding on to what we have. Now, I want to recommend, I'm working with the Nation of Islam and my brother Christopher Muhammad right here, and we're going to try to come together and have concrete solutions and have real town hall meetings if that's what you want. We don't have an organization. The good old days of the Black Panther Party are gone. But let me tell you what we did when a brother was killed over in Richmond, California, named Denzel Dowell. We said we have a right to bear arms, and we seized the right to bear arms, and we patrolled our communities, and we didn't take photographs. We patrolled those communities with guns. Now, we got a lot of tough brothers in here right now. It's time to stop crying and whining about this stuff and get organized. I'm not talking about, nobody can accuse me of talking about arbitrary violence, because I don't believe in arbitrary violence. I believe in organized efforts, and if that's efforts are violent or non-violent, it's not important. It's whether it's effective or not. Now, if you want to be effective, all these strong men in this room,
and women.
Wait a minute, I'm seeing too many sisters standing up here, not enough brothers. So when it's time for you to step up and act like you want to be a man in America, I'm not begging no white boy to accept me as a black live that matters, because I already know I matter. Right, so I ain't asking nobody for anything. It's time for us to decide right now that we're going to be organized, and we're going to take back these streets.
That's right.
And we're not going to just take them back from the police. We're going to have community control what we have left of our communities. The Fillmore, when I came back here 5 years ago, I couldn't even believe there was a Fillmore. Archbishop King and my friend talking about what happened to the Fillmore. He got the last remaining little place in the Fillmore. We have got to seize control of our own destinies. Do not keep begging these pigs for your own future. You want to have to seize them. So when we say power to the people means we are the people, and we're going to take power into our own hands. The only thing we have to do is to get organized with each other. Yes, you're going to have provocateurs who are going to come up in here and try to disrupt, because that's what they are, provocateurs. Don't get it twisted. It's not a black on black thing. It's provocateurs. Some of them have been hired by these people right here to come into this meeting and act crazy. So let's get it. COINTELPRO, let's look at the history and do this. So I want to ask you all to say, well, we want to put out an announcement. I'm going to ask my minister, I don't have a minister, but if I did, it'd be Minister Christopher Muhammad, and to get us a space so we can come together, form our committees, form our organizations. Of course, we're going to get rid of the chief, the commissioner, whoever they are. We definitely going to get rid of them. They going by tomorrow. He already knows he's
He already gone. He already knows, especially when you killed my child and get solved.
That's right, and your child.
Thank you.
And we forgot Kenneth Harding,
knew that.
Shot down just the same way in the same neighborhood, just like a dog, and then said he committed suicide because we didn't have any film.
We never saw the tape.
Never saw the tape, never saw anything. So I'm asking all of us to stand together this day, to embrace each other, to recognize we are a community with power. Look at all of you here tonight. You're all looking good, you look strong, you look tough. So let's show that. Let's not act like we weak and crying and carrying on to these pigs, because they don't deserve any respect from us. We have to respect each other, and we have to love each other, because we say love is a true revolutionary feeling. So I'm going to ask all of you tonight to take this pledge, to come to this next meeting. I don't know when it's going to be, but within the next couple of days, sit down and get yourself ready for a committee. Whether you're going to march in the street, we can protest all we want to, but if you get out here and decide you're going to patrol these streets the way they need to be patrolled, then you'll understand what's going to happen. You brothers that are strong, y'all can do this. You young. I'm old and still standing. But you're young and you got everything before you. You owe it to your people. And you owe it to the 400 some years that we have suffered all these years in this rotten country as from 1600s to Clarence Thomas said. So let us get together and let us say just one time together and mean this and come to these meetings and get organized. Not no rhetoric, organization. What you gonna do? You. What are you gonna do and what you gonna do with your brother and with your sister? And I say and I close as I always do, power to the people. Power to the people.
My name is Fred Becker. I'm the Secretary-Treasurer of International Longshore and Warehouse Union Local 6. I've been a resident of the Fillmore District for over 30 years. My children were raised in this city, and they have cousins whose skin is darker than mine and theirs. And their cousins get stopped routinely, whereas my children led a pretty unbothered life when it came to the police. We have a problem in this city. As Dr. King said, there is something wrong in America. Those of us who love this city hope that over the years we've come to a place where we're moving ahead of the rest of the country. We like to call ourselves progressive. But in 1934, the police shot down 4 union members, 4 workers on Spear Street. When I was a kid, there were banners raised throughout northern cities about lynchings. And right now, it's pretty clear. You heard the young woman talk about how often black men are being killed. It's pretty apparent that it's time for a change. And we shouldn't be justifying protocols which obviously are not working. The definition of lunacy is to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different outcome. We need a change. We need to have a point now where we have true community policing, which you used to talk about. And we need to be at a point where we don't have to fear for our neighbors' lives when they go out on the street. It's time. It's time. Now is the time. And we expect our city to do better. There's something wrong with America. There's a sickness in the city that needs to change.
Did nothing to deserve what happened to him on 3rd Street. Mario Woods did nothing. There is nothing he could have done, did before, that caused them to put 25 bullets in that rifle. Be very clear about this. There's something in law called excessive force. There's reasonable force, and then there's excessive force. That brother, whether he stabbed somebody or got stabbed, whether he was drunk, lynching an animal. Now, until and unless, and look, we've tried to reform the police department. I know, Chief Suhr.
Yes, I do.
We've engaged this department for years. Tried to set up an African American Community Police Relations Board. Tried to engage them with civilian review. The department, the police union fought it every step of the way. Kamala Harris is going to have to step in and oversee this investigation because these people will not investigate themselves.
Right.
This is cover up at the highest level. I was just in Chicago where our young brother was murdered. It took them 13 months to investigate, and it wasn't until the tape came out that they charged this policeman with murder. Oscar Grant, the movement started because the community decided that the DA had to go. If you weren't going to charge that officer with murder, the DA had to go. The DA told us he was not going to do it. So we told the DA, oh, you're going to do it or you'll be out of office. The DA quit. The officer was charged with murder, and it's the first time in California history that an officer was charged with murder. Now, in Baltimore, officers have been charged. You've got to decide. You've got to decide. These officers don't get paid vacation. That's the quickest way to get a vacation to shoot a brother. No, these officers must be charged with murder. And that don't take a lot of time to figure it out. You saw what you saw on television, on video. It don't take rocket scientists to figure out what we saw on tape.
That's right.
Now we got to have the courage to take a position, whatever the cost. And until you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of your condition, this kind of crap will continue. So this ain't a time for grant hustling. This is not a time for people looking for currying favor politically. It's going to take moral men and women of courage. It would be the right thing, Chief Suhr, if as a man of renown, that you say, you know what, I can see I'm a polarizing figure here.
And I'm going to step down.
And in order to really give some healing to this community, I'm going to step down. Mayor, you don't have to fire me. I'm going to step down. See, that's the right thing to do. But to throw up a smokescreen that this little brother was a gang injunction list member. What the hell is a gang injunction?
I don't know.
These are people that target you and put you on a list when they want to gentrify a community. They put all the brothers on the list to wipe that community out. So I want to say this lastly.
Go ahead, brother.
Black lives don't matter in San Francisco.
No, they don't.
They poisoned the hell out of this community and got away with it.
That's right.
They kill our people, move our people out, and appear to get away with it. So Brother Mario Woods, though he's a painful sacrifice, Brother Mario Woods, like Jesus, is a sacrifice for a bigger cause, even bigger than what he knew of himself. But if we don't stand up and organize, then his death will have been in vain, and we'll be waiting on the next Mario Woods.
That's right.
The question is that Sister Elaine Ray, are you willing to stand up and put it on the line to fight for a cause bigger than yourself? If the answer is yes, then let's get busy and organize so that we can get together.
Here's his background record.
Bring it up.
San Francisco spent nearly $1.5 million defending police Greg Shur in a whistleblower lawsuit that alleged Shur had a record of skirting the law, which he has denied. The $1,479 price tag includes remarks about each other. O'Hare also agreed to hand over all documents she had relating to the personal matters of the San Francisco Police Department. Suhr, the highest paid major city police chief in the country, made a total of $326,000 last year. In the lawsuit against him, O'Hare was fired in retaliation for her investigation against Suhr. At the time, O'Hare, a former police officer, was working for the police department as a lawyer looking into police misconduct cases.
He was outnumbered and outpowered by police and their weapons. What was the great danger? None. Where was the patience that could have de-escalated in these situations? Why the rush to shoot, to kill? What started this? Was the so-called victim accused Mario of stabbing him. But the word is, he acted in self-defense. There was no investigation. There was no getting his side of the story. As far as I'm concerned, an assault victim was shot and killed instead of being protected and served by the San Francisco Police Department. Although I believe the officers should be fired and charged for the crime, short of that, these officers should never set foot in the Bayview or my neighborhood of Fillmore again. I am personally afraid to call the police when I see something going on in the country because I am so afraid of the risk of someone getting shot, and I don't want to live with that guilt. So I don't call the SFTV for anything. I am haunted by the image of Mario, young and unimposing, shot to death while being terrorized by police who didn't see Gwendolyn's son, but just another black man that they couldn't care less about. He was a young man with his whole life ahead of him. We will demand systematic changes from our elected officials or they'll have to go. I have lost confidence in our chief. You defend the indefensible and you forget that you work for us, the people of San Francisco, and that's who you're supposed to answer to.
The reason why I came here so much, I'm trying to answer your heard when they say that you stood by their actions. I don't know. That's what you did. Your officers, are you in fear of me? From my size and my weight and my caliber, and you being an officer? Are you afraid of me? All your officers are afraid of one little person, one little man. So I would be afraid to walk these streets now? Like I said, I got a lot to say to you. I'm 40 years old. I've been in this neighborhood all my life. I've encountered a lot of your officers, and they not right. Even some of the deputies that's behind walls. Our words don't get heard. I've had bruises on my wrist from your officers putting the guns on too tight. And they laugh about it. They say it's not too tight. As long as I can get a finger up there, we good. I'm a carpenter by trade. If this square is not right, I lose my job.